everybody. Welcome to Three Cooking Nerds. We're also grating potatoes. I'm your host, Kurt. With me, as always, is Eatin' Toast Ethan.
Yo, I'm just grating my potato on a very small cheese grater, but all is good.
All is good. Yeah, we're making world class.
But introduce me, jerk.
Come on, man. Every time.
Didn't I? I thought you did.
You didn't know. Hi.
Okay. They amazingly see him working the potato fields over there.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, we're making Tourtiere, just a French-Canadian meat pie. And it's delicious. It also impresses anybody who eats this, aside from a vegetarian, would be like, this is amazing.
Yeah, my mom was kind of complaining about how we always make meat dishes. So, sorry, Mom.
Season 2.
Oh.
Season 2, baby. We'll do some vegetarian stuff, but yes.
We can make her a nice bowl of cereal next time.
Yeah.
Savage. So, my history with this dish is I had a family member who would always make this for Christmas. And there was like one Christmas that I was working at a restaurant. And I was sad because we had a huge snowstorm, so nobody could get together for Christmas. And I was working at the restaurant, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this tortilla based on what I remember from her recipe, but I also made a few adjustments. And that's what led to this recipe. So this recipe is basically a pretty traditional tortilla recipe with a few moderate changes. For instance, in most of them you don't use onion soup mix, but that's an addition I've made.
Don't think that days.
No, they didn't have onion soup mix back in the 1800s, but you know what? They died from pneumonia at the time, so yeah, exactly.
Maybe they would have survived the winter if they did.
No. So, essentially, yeah, what we're doing today is we're going to be making this tortilla. And yeah, essentially the first little bit is essentially kind of dicing up all your vegetables. So we have 2 carrots, which are going to be grated, 1 russet potato, which we're going to grate as well, and then some diced onions. So you guys aren't...
Right now is kind of the boring part of getting the vegetables done and all that.
Unless you have a food processor with a grater attachment, in which case you're laughing, which I may be currently doing right now.
But there's something lost, I think, by making machines do your work.
Exactly. We don't want iRobot doing everything for us. Sometimes you have to put the real manpower in.
Except for the carrots, because I don't have those shredded.
Would it be smarter to use pre-shredded carrots? Because I have those in the fridge right now.
You have pre-shredded carrots? Then you're rocking and
I
rolling.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna... I'm putting all this in a bowl, is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. It's all gonna go in the same anyway, so however you find it.
Carrots is this?
We just need 2. Oh, I guess it's
pre-shredded doesn't really... It's in a bag.
Oh shit, the cat got in.
Oh no.
Oh man, I don't even own this cat. This cat lives in my backyard. Pepper, what are you doing in here, bro?
This is such I just want some romanticized version of this where this cat comes in and helps you cook. It's like a Studio Ghibli movie.
It's the spirit of his kitchen
here. Pepper, how did you do that?
Pepper, you asshole.
Dude, she keeps slipping in, I tell ya.
Okay. Do I have the right attachment? No, I don't even have the right way up. What a dumbass I was. Alright.
Okay.
I feel so elitist right now because I'm about to grate this in half a second.
Yeah, I'm putting some serious manpower behind this potato. Making a master mess. Sorry about that. Let me clean it again.
Yeah. So I am assuming I don't need a grater anymore.
No, not for... No. Because your carrots are already grated, right? So.
Yep. Yeah, carrots are done. Potatoes are done. Or potato.
Potato.
I wouldn't. I was gonna say I could grate the onion, but that would be kind of weird.
That would be kind of weird, yeah. You can
Kind of weird to grate the onion. I've never grated like a potato before.
Yeah. I don't know if Curtis is drowning us out with white noise.
Yeah, I'm sure that's great for audio and all that. So I hope those viewers enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's because I'm an elitist who doesn't.
I mean, I'm sure they've got used to my grating.
I'm the elitist that doesn't grate his vegetables manually anymore.
Now, I wonder how. All right. I wonder how wet these are supposed to be. These potato gratings.
Oh, it's fine. If you're making like latkes or potato pancakes, you would definitely want them drier, but it's okay if they're wet.
Okay, they are pretty solid.
The main goal here is we want the starch from the potatoes, but also the potato flavor just really helps with everything.
Gotcha.
So if they're a little wet, it's all granulated.
Oh my god. You have a whole Terminator in your kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo the audio on that. If you guys send me the video clip.
Okay.
So just, as long as you're not giving instructions while you're doing that should be fine.
It'll just be me like making like Terminator sound effects.
Yeah, I'll just make like Transformer noises.
Nah, I used to have an old food processor that was good, but I couldn't do this with it. And so when I was buying the new one, I'm like, this one's gotta have it. I ain't slumping it anymore. I'm living my life.
So, how much onion should we be putting in this thing?
You can dice like one small onion.
Yeah, it's like half an onion, right?
I think it's one. Yeah, like it depends on your onion. If your onion's big, just do half. And if it's like a small one, you can do the whole thing.
Okay, just doing half of it.
Yeah.
Got the COVID. I'm dying.
Okay, almost done with my potato here. I know it's taking a second. But hopefully this is like from ASMR as well.
Oh, someone's really into this.
Potato grating ASMR.
Yeah, someone's got to be into that. There's something for everyone on the internet. Just maybe
You're right. Okay, my potato now looks like chicken salad at this point.
Okay.
Oh, like, I just realized that'd be the funniest prank to play on somebody.
I mean,
Hey, like, here's your chicken salad sandwich and it's just a grated potato.
yeah, it's like a big bowl of potato shreds.
That would be pretty funny.
Like, why is my potato salad so starchy?
Yeah.
Okay, I am left with just a little bit of potato, so I'm going to call it there. I have my potato.
Okay. Because
And the big one.
to get all sciencey is we're going to use the potato to sort of like make it very thick. So the reason we grate it is so if you had it cubed or something, it wouldn't dissolve into the liquid, but by grating it, it basically will dissolve into the liquid.
Okay. And we could be grating our carrot as well, right?
Yeah.
Or using shredded.
Yeah, or using shredded. Whatever works for you. Live your best life. The other thing is, too, is I get really pissed off when a tourtiere is got, like, chunks of potato or chunks of carrot in it. Like, to me, it should be, like, carrot cake, kind of, is, like, the closest thing I could think of, where it's, like, yeah, there is some elements of it in there, but you can, like, kind of see it all throughout.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I'm going to be peeling my carrots here. So,
Okay.
let me get that one.
I have my potato and my carrots grated. I'm just working on my onion now. Also, I'm going to use my food processor because it is life.
Okay, getting some nice peels here. This is fun, actually.
Mm-hmm. I'm not crying, though. You're crying.
For a carrot?
No, I'm sorry. I'm cutting onions.
Oh, okay. I thought you had some weird allergic reaction to carrots.
We're getting emotional.
That would be funny.
Where is my thing? Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. It's too big. Ha!
That's what she said.
I was
Hey now.
Okay.
So I got like long peels of carrots. Should I like dice these or anything afterwards?
Let's see.
Oh boy.
What do you? Can you hold it up? What do you got?
I got like just long strings of
Oh
carrots.
yeah, we don't want those. You can cut those up.
Okay. Man, absolute Terminator in there.
Yep. Although if you get a good food processor, it really does help.
No, I'm sure.
And I can tell you right now, the Terminator will be back in a future episode.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
For the pizza episode. I'm
So
really excited for the pizza.
you're saying he will be back?
He will be back.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see here. So, Lee's dicing some onions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost halfway done with my carrots, and then I'll be moving on to dicing that onion.
Okay. My onions, I'm gonna give a little choppy chop.
I'm like flinging carrots all over the place.
This is
That does happen.
how it goes. This is the way.
This is the way, the cooking way.
I can remember it was the Christmas of 2008, and many were sad because they couldn't be with their families. And they came to the restaurant I was working at, and I made like no shit, like 30 of these pies. And
Oh yeah?
yeah, and everyone came. They were a little sad because they couldn't be with their families, and we just served them all these meat pies. And
So, what was going on in 2008 that they couldn't be with their families?
we had a massive snowstorm. We couldn't leave the city, basically. It was that bad. Which is funny, because everyone always thinks, oh, Canada, it snows all the time. But on the West Coast, like, we get snow maybe 2 days a year.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't snow that
Surprising.
much. Yeah.
Why even live in Canada that doesn't know?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Like,
can
why have food be there?
we can just go to
It's not anything
Montreal.
else going on.
You know, it's like you just go there, you see them suffering, you're like, cool, snow's fun. Then you just go back to, like, pretty much mild weather throughout. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dice my carrots.
Okay. And yeah, if you got a bigger onion, just do half. If you have a smaller one, you can just do the whole thing.
I'm getting onion all over my floor. It's fine.
Okay. Sometimes you gotta make a mess.
Yeah. It's a little cookie.
Yeah, I really should have got a bigger cutting board. Alright, I think I'm good on that.
So,
Okay.
I got my bowl here of... I kind of layered them on top of each other, but they got the onions, all that. There's garlic, too. If you have a garlic press, that's probably the easiest.
I do have a spice grinder right now, somewhere here.
And, yeah, this is a dish that definitely... I'm not going to say it's guaranteed to get you laid, but there's a good chance you can get laid if you serve
Oh my god.
someone this dish.
I think I used maybe too much.
Too much
Did you
what?
get laid when you served at the restaurant?
Sorry?
Did you get laid when you served at the restaurant?
Yes.
Oh,
But it
shit.
wasn't by a customer. It was by like one of the waitresses, and she may have
She was like
slept.
250.
She may have slept with other people. I can't guarantee it.
I cannot guarantee.
Okay, let's check the
Okay,
handy dandy recipe for this.
Okay, I've got my carrots chopped.
You got your carrots. You got your potato. How's the onion coming along?
I'm gonna move on to the onion right now, but that should be quick work.
Okay, I'm thinking this.
I'm working on my garlic right now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my garlic ginger paste because that's a thing I have, and that's easy.
Yeah. So when you say garlic cloves, now this is the ignorance of me coming out. Is that a whole garlic piece, or is that like the piece of garlic?
That's like the
That
piece of garlic. Like the clove is like the little chunk of garlic that you rip off.
Okay, so how many of those should we be putting in here?
Just 2.
Okay. I like a little more garlic, sorry.
Oh, I like this. Living it up.
Wrappings off of it.
And like I got garlic ginger paste, which has honey and ginger in it as well. But I think those will go well. This is a bit of a deviation for me, but you may remember the Cubanos episode I used this as well. This is my garlic ginger paste. Kind of looks like baby diarrhea, but that's okay. It tastes delicious.
Yeah, trigger warning.
It tastes just like baby diarrhea.
For all the
it tastes just like it.
Yeah, scientific research proves. So
that is good for you.
Really, babies have the purest diarrhea.
And this is how the show got canceled.
Hey, luckily this is behind a paywall. You have to be used to our nonsense at this point to be this far. After the 2008 Christmas, I went to my family, and the person who made this tourtiere eventually started getting like dementia, and we had to put her in her home, and so she stopped obviously bringing it. It got pretty sad.
I'll be honest, I forgot to say about it. You were going to say we had to put her down.
I mean, we have a Canadian healthcare system here. We don't put people down. We just put them in a home. And so, because she has dementia, she lives in a home, she can't really bring it. So I started bringing my version. And I swear, no more faces beam than when I bring this tourtiere to a Christmas dinner.
Aww.
And I think, like, I'm very confident. If you bring this, if you cook this, you bring this to Christmas, some people are going to be like, best Christmas ever. Maybe not everyone, but there will be a good.
So this can save Christmas.
This could save Christmas. Maybe not from COVID-19, but it'll save Christmas.
Actually, this was the cure all along.
Yeah. 100%.
Just pretty.
So, yeah, some people kind of like go, well, why am I grating all these vegetables? We don't want big chunks. We want everything to just kind of dissolve into it.
Oh, I might start crying here. Oh, no.
This is a very emotional episode.
No,
I was, talking about getting laid in 2008, and you're like, this is choking me up.
Oh, okay. It's getting to me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I underestimated the power of the onion. Oh, okay. I'm fine.
I'm enjoying this. Oh,
I'm fine.
This garlic ginger paste is so boozy smelling.
Really?
Season 2, we're definitely... Sorry? Go ahead, Lee.
Oh, what were we saying about Season 2?
I think in Season 2, we definitely should do a fermentation thing. That'd be fun.
Oh.
I know you're big into the fermenting and all that.
I am, yeah. It's interesting because it's like a certain element of like, I'm not cooking this. I'm putting things in here that will slowly degrade the food and like cause probiotics to produce. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
Oh, God, okay. Shit, onion, man.
I mean, we'd watch Band of Brothers, so, that definitely plays into it.
Yeah, I'm crying to the Band of Brothers, not the onion. Let's just say that.
When Soapol shoots himself and gets blind and dies of malnutrition.
Yeah, well, the worst part about that was that he had blinded himself when he did it.
You didn't even do it right.
Huh?
Oh.
You didn't even do it right.
Well, yeah, because he tried to shoot himself, and it cut his optic nerve.
Man, this is great cooking conversation.
Let's talk about Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, you spoiled it for me immediately because you posted about it on Twitter.
Sorry. But also Boba Fett.
Listen.
I do find it funny that everyone that's going to watch this Like, this is several months after that episode came out. So everyone's going to be like, man, old news.
Lee, did you see
Donald Trump's still president. COVID-19 still a thing.
We're dating ourselves right now.
Lee, did you watch the episode yet?
Oh, of course.
Alright, so you know that he's chunky, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cause I didn't know, man. Greg put it on Twitter.
It could have just been really bad cosplay.
True.
Well, I mean, he's older now. I mean, shit, last time he was in that role was, what, 2002?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when he was Boba Fett, it was like even... Oh, no, I guess different actor. What am I thinking?
Yeah, because he didn't get the role until Attack of the Clones.
I did like how they confirmed it was Jango Fett's armor. That was cool.
Alright, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Shut up.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. You haven't done too much damage.
Man,
Okay.
okay. And talk about all those Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm crying from all the Jedi spoilers.
I can't believe Darth Maul showed up and he had like 1,800 legs. That was crazy.
He was a giant spider.
Yeah, he was giant spider legs. I didn't expect him to commit to that, but you know what? Power to him.
Okay, I got my garlic done and I got all my veggies done.
Okay, so now we can turn our element on. What
Okay, what do you
do? Let's start preheating our oven too. So you might as well
okay.
Your oven.
So what are we preheating to?
Your oven should be at 400 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Last time I put my oven at 400 instead of smoking, so that'll be fun.
Well, that's because you have to clean it.
But yeah, apparently, like, someone did a test and no one cleaned it. I hope did someone clean it? They might have cleaned it.
And then put your pan to like a medium high heat.
Yeah, and you said to put some olive oil in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like a little bit?
Yeah, you put in like a tablespoon or two.
Okay, olive oil going in. Boom. Olive oil in.
Olive oil.
Right.
And next up, we might as well mix our spices and the water together.
Okay.
We'll need that in a bit. So, I gotta walk this through for everyone else. But basically, you're putting in 1 soup pack of onion soup mix. So it looks like one of these. Put that in.
Okay.
And
One
the
pack.
spices are really what makes this, in my opinion. If you skip the spices, you're in for bad news.
Oh no.
Okay, and then I need some cinnamon.
Okay. So we said half a tablespoon?
Half
Or
a
teaspoon.
teaspoon of cinnamon, yeah. Half a tablespoon would probably be too much, admittingly. Oh gosh. This is a disaster.
Did you put in more than half?
No, I just opened this package and immediately it's like, you know how like sometimes they leave a little bit of air in the bag? They didn't do that. And it's just like, boom, cinnamon right from the get-go.
You did the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Well, no, I did the eyeball thing, but I'll measure, so.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, after cinnamon.
Next up is nutmeg.
Okay.
And
Again, half a teaspoon, right?
Yeah, half a teaspoon. And I know original plan was to make cranberry sauce, which didn't quite work out, but you can use a lot of these same spices when you make your cranberry sauce if you want to.
Okay.
I know, Lee, you're very anti-cranberry sauce.
It's because it's a tool of the devil.
You know what? You're wrong, but that's okay.
Okay.
So half a teaspoon of
nutmeg.
nutmeg.
Okay.
And then allspice is next. Believe it or not, it's not every spice. The name is a lie.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sue him.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
That's false advertising.
Okay, so is that another half teaspoon?
Yeah. We don't need.
So I just want to be very clear with what we're doing.
No, this is a thing where I know when we did the burgers, you're like, just throw in whatever. And I'm like, no, you can't do that with a tourtiere. You got to be a little more precise. And not to say what you did was wrong, but, I mean, whatever. You know what? If you didn't be precise, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Just going at it.
Yeah, well, I also don't have half teaspoons, like, measuring thing, so I'm just kind of winging it.
Oh, yeah, if you have like a teaspoon, you could just do like half of that. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do have it somewhere, but that requires me doing things.
That's fair. And then next up is half a teaspoon of sage.
Oh, man, it's like I can read your mind.
Yeah. There may also be a recipe that I transferred to you telekinetically, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm getting sage everywhere. I'm spreading my sage.
You're a sage man. Next up is half a teaspoon of pepper. Or if you're me, you go a little more because you love pepper.
Half a teaspoon, you said?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, she was my least favorite character in UC.
Black pepper?
No, just pepper.
Okay. Next up is 1 teaspoon of fennel seed. Which apparently my fennel seed doesn't want to come out, so I have to pour it out.
Why? Couldn't find fennel seed.
That's okay. Not the end of the world.
Oh, no. It was a little bit hard to find. There was like a very, very small section that had it at my local grocery store.
It smells pretty good for the spice mix, though.
Yeah. And then next up is... I'm going to turn down the element a little bit because it's getting a little smoky, and I don't quite want us to be smoky yet. So. And then next up is a cup of warm water. So, like, not smoldering hot, but warm enough.
Okay. I gotta let my hot water go a little bit. It's very cold outside.
Yeah.
Makes my pipes cold.
Great. Maybe a little more. And then you just pour that water into the little spice mixture we have.
Okay. Now, if our listeners want to give me shit for using a dry measuring cup to get water, I'm okay with that.
You know what? Live your best life. And then just like using a fork or a whisk, just kind of blend that out. How does that smell?
Okay.
Like...
It's kind of interesting smell to it.
Yeah.
Okay, the 1 cup of water.
Yeah, 1 cup of warm water. Now, next up is the beef. The beef. So,
The beef.
we need 2 pounds of ground beef. And just toss that right into your pan.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so we're done with the other ingredients though, right?
Yeah.
Like after the seasoning and that? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to transfer my camera. For just a second.
Alright, beef is going in, baby. You got beef?
We got
You want it.
Where's the beef?
Where's the...
It's in the pan. That's where it's at.
And... What?
That should be sizzling, right?
Yeah. And you'll need a bigger spoon to kind of mix this all. It's also pretty important because what we also need to do is break up the meat as well.
Breaking it up. It's like making tacos.
Yeah, very similar. And then also too, just give it like a sprinkling of salt.
Alright. Salt coming in.
And yeah, just kind of break it up as you go along.
Oh yeah, we didn't put salt in there, did we? In our little mixture.
No, you put salt in with the beef. You can put some in with the mixture if you want, but I usually just put it in with the beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm starting to get a little brown on my meat.
Oh,
Yep.
I need to hurry up then.
Is that the pace that it should be at?
Yeah, no, you're good. And when our beef is like brown, but maybe there's a little bit of pink left, we'll add in the vegetables.
Gotcha.
But we kind of just want to brown it a little bit, just to get it a... Now, you could use a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground pork. You could do that too. But I prefer to just go all beef, personally. But
yeah. I saw some other recipes online that mentioned using pork.
Yeah. Also, some recipes don't use ground meat. They use like shredded meat, like shredded beef and pork, which is also quite good.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Tourtiere is kind of like open to interpretation in a lot of ways, so
yeah,
it's kind of interesting in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting some good color in my meat. Smelling good. I'm excited.
And yeah, this is a nice recipe to make, like even just for like weekday meals. Like I will sometimes make this and just keep it in the fridge and just like heat it up when I want or whatever.
Yeah, this is like a good, definitely a good holiday like meal and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, if the viewers/listeners take anything away from this, it's holidays with Tourtieres always are good holidays.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we wanted to spread the meat around, right? Cut it up really good.
Yeah. What we need to be, like, by the time we put this in the pie dish, it should be very fine. Like, there shouldn't be any clumps. But it's always good to just, with this, just break it up as you go along. It just makes your whole process easier near the end.
That's kind of what I'm doing with I got a fork and a spatula.
Yeah.
Okay. It should pretty thick out of the oven before I preheat it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's good. Now, question, what kind of pie dish are you guys using?
What kind of what now?
Pie dish are you using?
I got one.
Oh, which one?
Glass one.
Okay, you're good. What about
Mine comes with a an automatic tin one, but it's already in the.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already in the thing.
Then you're fine then. Because some pie dishes are not as easy to use as others, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have this masher too, which I'm going to use to mash the meat too.
Okay, reached 400, and my meat is about 50-50 color-wise.
Yeah, I'm around the same as you. We'll maybe let it go a little bit longer before we add the vegetables.
Okay.
I'm a little behind the times.
That's okay.
As always, right?
Yeah. I'm fashionably late is what they say.
I'm running on Hispanic time, actually.
I feel like it's racist, and we're going to cancel it.
It's accurate, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so my meat is brown on one side, so let's stir that up.
Yeah,
I might have my heat a little higher than normal.
That's okay. Yeah, what I've been doing is just kind of like using the back of the spoon to kind of just smash down the beef and just break it apart. Even though it's not fully brown yet, it's just good to do because when we do need this to be very fine, like think of like taco meat, like how it's very non-creamy. You kind of want to like that. The worst thing you can have is a tourtiere with clumps.
Ooh.
So mine is probably around 70-80% pink. I'm gonna toss in my vegetables.
Gotcha. I'll follow suit.
I probably should do the same. Right?
So this is your garlic, potato, onion, and carrot.
Yeah.
Alright. Carrot in. Onion in.
And then
garlic.
also,
in.
Once you have that in, also pour in your spice mixture as well.
Your what in there?
Your spice mixture.
Ah, gotcha.
I also forgot to put in my garlic ginger paste, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You will find
You're
it.
just gonna put it in here?
I'm just gonna put it in now.
Yeah.
Alright, food mixer is going in.
I maybe put it.
I'm gonna give mine a few seconds to cook, and then I will put my stuff in.
So how's this looking so far?
It's interesting.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna mix all my stuff together, but it should look good.
Perfect.
And my oven has reached temperature, so we're good there.
Yeah.
Same.
Preheated oven's fine. It can stay that way for a while.
It's just using my gas and electricity.
I wonder how the show's actually costing us, like, to produce.
Probably more than we're gonna make.
That's sad.
Maybe. But we shall hopefully, thanks to all the Patreon viewers, make the money back to afford to make season 2.
Yes.
Yeah?
I was going to put this up on YouTube eventually, so I think
Yeah.
people will find us on there.
Mm.
So I do think this is a show that has wide appeal, that I don't want this to be fully behind Patreon forever.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually you want the world to find this.
Yeah. I gotta be careful. I'm getting my vegetables everywhere. So we want to mix this all up with the meat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is get this to a boil. And then just kind of like give it a cover once it starts boiling.
Gotcha.
If you have a pan that's got like a glass cover or whatever, that's fine. Otherwise, you can just put some aluminum foil over top of it. That's what I'm going to be doing. But while we're doing
I still think I used way too much.
yeah, I think I might have too.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because it'll get boiled down, so.
I wonder how chunky my stuff is gonna be, I'm curious.
How chunky?
How what?
Yeah.
Same.
If you have something to kind of like just mash it good. That's what I'm doing right now.
It certainly looks like a good filling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The spices, is, in my opinion, is what makes this dish. And what hopefully should be the case is you should see a little bit of liquid near the top. You probably won't see a lot, but you should see some. If you don't see your liquid near the top, just maybe top it up a little bit.
With water or something?
Yeah. It's
I don't see any, but my pan is also really deep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't have a wide pan, but I have a deep pan. So it's like, I don't see any liquid, but that's because it's all the filling is covering it.
Actually, I do see a little bit of that at the top. Okay, I see what you mean. Like when you have to spread it around to make sure it's flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap that in aluminum foil, put a cover on, whatever you got going. And we're just going to let that kind of go for a bit.
Okay.
And while we're doing that, we can start working on our pie. So yeah, I got this Pillsbury pie crust. Some people might give me flack, being like, why don't you make your own pie crust? A, I'm lazy, and B, I don't notice a huge discernible difference between making my own pie dough and using the pre-made stuff, so...
Well, making your own can be really good. It's so time consuming.
It really is.
You're talking you're talking an extra a couple hours.
Yeah.
So I thought about that too. So I know we were chatting about this in the Discord, or not Discord, but our Slack. But this show is definitely interesting in that there's a lot of things that we don't have in our regions.
Yeah. So I have the Pillsbury dough that came 2 rolls. So it's really easy. You just kind of unroll it into your pie dish.
Yeah, I've got the same thing.
the rolls are probably the easiest way to go, but you know what? Teach his own. I want to see what people do if they make their own pie dough. Like, and basically what you do with your pie dough is you just tuck it in.
Okay, I want to make sure my meat's not burning or anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Turn down the heat a little bit, because it's pretty much ready to go. Just waiting for all the vegetables to cook up.
For sure.
Okay, so this is what I have.
Oh, let me bring it up. I'm curious.
Got my big bowl here.
Oh, that's your pie dish?
So yeah, so it comes in its own thing, but it was saying that if you want to have a topper, you pretty much just take the top one here,
Yeah.
and then put it on top.
Yeah, you can do that.
So like, it'll be kind of like this.
Yeah. You could probably even trim it a little bit too if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, like, this is what I have right now. It's just the bottom part. So.
Yeah, I'm about to assemble mine.
Yeah, Lee's, at least yours is already in there, ready to go. So you're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at my vegetables / meat mixture. Give it a bit of a toss.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever worked with like pie crust before like this.
Oh, yours is the same as mine. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
So basically, you'll see like a little bit of a part that you can hold on to, and you just roll it out, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, basically we kind of want the potatoes to sort of dissolve. The onions will probably not dissolve, but that's okay. And the carrots might not dissolve either, but that's also okay. If we see any big chunks, just take them out. Or leave them in, it's up to you. I'm taking them out because I don't want too many big chunks.
This is pie crust.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
See?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Now, do I stretch this out or anything, or do I just pop it in?
It's good as is. You're basically gonna put that in your pie thing, your pie dish, and then just kind of like tuck it in. Make sure it gets to all the edges, including like the little bottom corners there. You don't want too much air in there, basically.
My dish might be a little big. Is that okay?
That's fine. You might just have to improvise. Oh yeah, yours is very deep.
Oh, okay. Is that because I think I have a lot of meat for it.
See, like here's mine for like yours is a lot bigger than mine. That's okay.
Right.
I
Still though.
The only thing that might be tough later is basically sealing the dough, but
Right.
we'll figure it out. It'll be the way.
Figure it out.
Oh, I just love the smell of this mixture. Like this is the smell of Christmas for me. Oh, there for a whiff.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had enough like room for all my filling.
Yeah, I think I might have more filling than pie, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, absolutely. I was just looking at that. I'm like, I did way too much filling.
The other thing is, dude, you can always just put this on top of some potatoes or rice too. But I'll see how much I can get in. This is also gonna boil down too, so you're gonna lose a lot of it. And basically what we're looking for is the liquid should start to be a little thicker, almost like a stew.
Right.
Because that means that our potatoes have boiled into it and have emulsified.
Gotcha. Okay. So now that I've got my crust in my dish, what is up next?
Then up next is to steam it in.
Alright, and we didn't have to like oil the glass or anything, right?
Not with a glass one, no. Glass ones you don't have to. If it was metal, yeah, you would. That's why I asked you earlier what kind you had. But
yeah, this is glass. Okay.
If you're glass, you're fine. Most people use glass nowadays, or like the like tin ones that you're already like preset or whatever.
Right.
So you can even like take some of the liquid and let it drip off the spoon to see how like thick it is. Mine's getting pretty thick, so.
I'll try that.
This is not supposed to be super soupy. So.
Okay. We need to turn up the heat a little bit more.
Yeah, I might turn up the heat a bit too. Kind of like burn off some of this liquid.
Yeah, mine's still pretty liquidy.
Same. Like I'm a little worried that this is gonna be like very greasy.
Yeah. So you're saying turn up the heat?
Yeah, I'm turning mine up a little bit just to kind of like get some of that liquid burnt off. If you're gonna turn it up, maybe just keep an eye on it and like just stir it a bit more.
Yeah, so it doesn't burn the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so in the meantime, while that's cooking down, should we be doing anything else like the egg wash, maybe?
Egg wash is literally just eggs and water. It's super easy.
Okay, I've never done an egg wash before.
Same.
Basically, egg
Is
wash.
that a requirement?
It is. It's like your glue, because if you don't put it on, essentially what's going to happen is that it's not going to seal your pie, and your stuff is going to burst out through the sides and make a big mess. And that's probably.
Hopefully that eggs.
Yeah, you just need one egg.
It smells pretty good, at least.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, I do have an egg.
Yeah, you just need one egg. We don't need a whole lot. The nice thing too about egg washes on pastry dough is it makes it for a nice sheen afterwards, like really shiny.
True.
Oh man, this is already gonna be like, this is almost lunchtime-ish for me. This is gonna be a great lunch.
Same, I have not eaten today. But I am eating today.
Toast Ethan. So yeah, a lot of my potatoes kind of dissolved down, but I'm just going to kind of let this burn off a little bit. It's fine if it's a little soupy, but we kind of want to burn off something like that. So I also put extra in too, which might have been a mistake, but that's okay. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm actually looking forward to this all week because I love this dish. Also, it's like kind of one of those things I don't make often enough, and I don't know why. It's easy enough to make, but.
Yeah, I don't know what the longest. What's that?
Oh, I was saying the cook time is a little long. That could be the reason. Like this isn't just a snack that you can just put in the microwave.
No, this is not nachos in the microwave.
What's the cook time on this?
45 minutes in the oven.
Okay, not too bad.
No.
Yeah, but that's not including the pan time though, which is taking a little bit.
Yeah.
True.
You can even, as you're like spooning this out, sort of drain off some of the liquid if you think it's a little too much. That's what I do.
Would you recommend like draining most of it?
Yeah, or using like a slotted spoon or something. Because, yeah, you don't need a lot of the liquid. We'll use some because it sort of helps, but I'm going to start to moving this in because, A, I think it's pretty well cooked. You can even, like, grab a carrot or grab an onion just to see, like, how cooked it is. It should be very soft. It's also going to get cooked in the oven, but, like, I don't know if I can properly lift this. But, like,
I'll be starting to move it in a minute.
This is what mine looks like right now, so. Okay. Also, I'm like using up the entire pan with this. Yeah, mine's very. The goal is to have some of the meat be soupy, but it shouldn't be too watery. It should be a little thick.
Gotcha. I think I'm about
Kind of hard to tell. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I think it's ready, but I'm not 100% sure.
right. Like it definitely looks cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's cooked, so I think Ethan, yours and I's were around the same time. So I'm just using a slotted spoon. Sorry, Lee, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say I think mine's ready as well.
And as you're putting it in, just try to like level it out. Try to
Use
just
a
Go ahead and take it off the heat.
yeah, you can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go turn it on.
I'm gonna use a spatula block that it doesn't get too liquidy.
Yeah.
Oh, should we go and do the egg wash first before we start putting it in the actual pie crust or not?
You need to put it around like the top, like quarter-ish of an inch. So just leave like some space at the top of your pie crust.
Okay.
And the thing is too is you don't. This can be level. You can also have your pie crust kind of overarch a little bit. So you can also load it up a little extra if you want. Up to you. Then what we want to do, and this is why we haven't done the egg wash yet, is we're just going to let it sit in there for a bit. Let it cool.
Okay. So it's okay that the hot meat gets on this cool crust, right?
We can let it cool before. I put it in warm. That's not the end of the world.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna go for it.
What do you do?
I'm gonna put the meat in the crust, baby.
Oh man! Wait, so should you let the meat be in the pan or just hang out in the crust?
I'm putting it in the crust. You can let it cool for a bit. Yeah. I kind of made a mistake and didn't let it cool, but I don't think it's the end of the world. This is what mine looks like right now.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, my meat is hot right now. Should I put it in the crust?
I would say wait. I made a mistake. You shouldn't make the same mistake. I would let it cool for a bit.
Okay, I'm letting it cool then. Thank you.
But
cooling is big enough too, right?
yeah, it will. I might even put the rest of this in. We'll see.
Okay, interesting. This is looking pretty good. Okay. Lee went to Quebec himself to go check on the recipe.
Quebec gets a lot of things wrong, but their meat pies are no joke.
Gotcha. I think like all the experience I've had with meat pies come from like the Spanish side. So like empanadas is good.
Yeah.
Like, torta is really good.
Anyway, sorry, I had some issues there. So should I be putting the meat into the crust while it's cooling, or let it sit in the pan?
You can let it cool off a little bit. I made a mistake and didn't let it cool, and I just tossed it in. But it's not going to be the end of the world. This smells amazing.
It does smell really good.
So yeah, this is what mine looks like. Again, I didn't let it cool, but not the end of the world. I might even top it up a little bit. And I did say in Slack, but I'm going to try to not draw a dick butt on this as a joke.
Ooh, the cranberry sauce. I'm excited for that.
I would appreciate that.
I don't know if I will or not. I'm still on the fence, but I
Okay, well, if I wanted to make the cranberry sauce, is it just heating it up in a pot? Oh, I have just a can.
Actually, cranberry sauce you usually do cool, so you just use like straight from the can. Because you got a canned one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I like to make my own because it's relatively easy. Plus, it tastes better, in my opinion. But
Okay, so for this egg wash, am I mixing up the egg with the water?
just egg with like a little bit of water. Sorry,
I mean, am I like whisking it with like a fork or something? I've never done egg wash.
Yeah, it's just like fork. You can just use a fork. I have some excess meat mixture, so I'm just putting it in a container. But you know what else I would do with this? If you're really like, if you have some excess, just put some like mashed potatoes on top. Easy shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I've done in the past. So, if you're saying right now, hey, I got some excess meat, what can I use it for? Shepherd's pie, baby. Maybe we'll do that on a future episode.
Well, I mean, this pretty much is a shepherd's pie.
It really is.
Better.
Oh yeah, in my opinion.
How much water is this?
For what?
For the egg wash, how much water is this?
Quarter cup is according to the directions that Kurt sent me in my brain.
Okay.
And then we're gonna.
How are we doing with the liquid? Is it thickened up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine has too. I'm going to kind of make an executive decision here and just pour mine over the rest of my meat because I had some extra liquid in my pan. And just before we do the egg wash, just sort of take like a spatula and like level out as best you can your meat mixture. It's fine if it's a little bit like over the pie crust. It's not the end of the world, but kind of want it to be as level as possible. Perfect. Let's see if I can hold mine up.
Okay.
Like this is mine. You can see it's pretty. It's a little bit over the pie, but not like too much. So. Okay. So egg wash time. I think. What did I say in the? All right. What did I say in here? 1 cup of water, or no, egg wash. Quarter cup of water.
Quarter cup. Okay, so, sorry, I am putting my filling into the pie crust right now.
Yeah.
How high should I be making this?
It
Like,
should
as much
go
as I
too
can?
high. Now, your pie crust is interesting because it goes a lot higher than probably it could. It normally would. So, go as high as you want. You may have to trim your pie dough to match how high the filling is. But
Well, if I don't trim it, it will go. I can basically top this thing pretty high.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was saying. Like, you could probably just fill it up as high as your pie crust will go. You'll just have a very tall pie. But
That'll be very interesting.
that is not the end of the world.
It could be though.
You don't want it.
Just have a very big portion.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna call it good there.
Okay, I've got my egg wash ready to go.
Okay.
Same.
So,
Start putting my meat in.
oh gosh. Oh no. Yeah, I have to whisk up my egg wash.
Okay, meat's going in, baby.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good.
It's also a good time to make this too, being in December and all that. I mean, I don't know. It's
Well,
where I'm at.
Obviously, when the listeners get it, it's gonna be like February, but
Yeah.
hopefully it's cool
Alright,
for
well,
them.
it's like around holidays, so it's
Yeah.
not crazy. I think this will fit everything.
I would manage to fit most of everything. I had a little bit extra, but like I said, I'm just going to use that for shepherd's pie or something. And then you need like a brush. And then you just take your egg wash and you just brush like the top edge of your crust.
Mm.
And again, this is mainly just acting like a glue. It's going to hold our two pie crusts together.
Okay, I think I can
I'm
fit
making
that.
a huge mess.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
And I love it.
Yeah, you gotta get messy in the kitchen.
Wife, girlfriend,
You gotta-
come in.
You gotta break a few eggs, as this. But
Okay, all filling is in this crust.
Okay. Have you put the egg wash on?
I haven't put the top on yet.
Okay. But you've done the egg wash, right?
actually, I'm add a little bit more to mine.
Egg wash is made. I think I have a brush around here.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just...
You might be able to use a spoon as well if you're like careful.
Yeah, you probably could.
Nah, brush. Brush time. I never get to use this baby.
And then, yeah, we're just going to lay our other pie crust on. It should line up mostly with our other one.
Okay.
You might have to...
Okay. Let's check it out.
You might... If you have some extra, we can always cut it off. But I'm also going to crimp my... We also have to crimp it, so it's not the end of the world.
Come on.
And now, everyone's got a different way of crimping, but I'm going to share my method, because why not?
Okay. My girlfriend is looking on in horror, and I think she's surprised I haven't burnt down the kitchen yet.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my big crusties.
Oh,
and do I just lay it across the?
Yeah, start from like the center, like lay it down in the center, and then let it like kind of fold out to the. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing is too is we're gonna have to basically seal this, so yours might be kind of interesting, Ethan, because
I can see the seal between the two layers, so I can seal them.
As long as you can
easily.
seal it, that's the important thing. You might not be able to do my crimping method, but so you might have to use a fork.
Oh, my crimping method.
You could say it's crimping his style.
Lee's, yours is ginormous, and I'm here for it.
A lot of that's just dead air, though.
Yeah, you could probably push it
So
down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna push that down.
All right, I'm starting my crimp.
Yeah. So how I crimp is I use this finger. I forget which finger this is, and then I kind of
Your
like
pointer?
fold it, and then I put it against my thumb. And then what you do is you put the pie dough between this finger and your thumb, and then you just kind of like pinch and then kind of like pull it up.
So it's not just a fork.
I mean, you can use the fork. I think you don't have much of a choice. I don't know how much of a area you have, but the best you can.
Okay. I think it's turning out pretty well.
Yeah. This is honestly pretty hard to mess up.
Oh, jeez.
You'd be surprised.
This is the beauty of the first. The French Canadians are going to come for you. They'll be like, Kurt, we need to find these guys. I also want to do, like, before we put this in the oven, I just kind of want to see what our pies look like pre-oven.
Yeah. I wonder if I should, like, do a little design on top, like you were mentioning.
Yeah, you can. I'm going to probably try dick butt. Go for it. And yeah, the big thing is to just press as hard as you can to seal it. We don't want any juices coming out while we're cooking, so.
Yeah, I did have some directions about you want to vent it a little bit with your fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that. I think I'm ready
You
to
can
go.
score the top. Yeah.
I wonder, like, if it'll, like, seep out of the top, though.
No, because that's why you score it at the top. This is how mine looks.
Okay. Yeah, currently I'm working the,
Okay.
basic
That's looking pretty
looking
good.
thing.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
this is so heavy. I love it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
do I just, just a shallow cut in the top or something, or?
So if you're scoring it like a rational human being, you would just do like 4 slits from like the center outward. But I'm gonna go for dick butt. Because I am a grown man child, and I figure, you know what, if I'm doing something for this podcast, we might as well go for dick butt.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I've done my slits
As
at
long
the
as this is
top.
ventilation, that's the main thing. So yeah, we're gonna kind of go like
Okay.
above, kind of around. Oh my gosh, I'm so confident this is gonna look like dick butt.
Now, should we do the outside layer as well with the egg stuff, or no?
Yes, we will.
Oh, have you guys used your egg wash already?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get started
Not
on
on the
that.
top, but on the bottom, yeah.
Oh, like the two joining.
Oh, down here.
Yeah, you have to use it twice. You have to use it on the seal between the two, and then you use it on the top.
Oh, I didn't use it on the seal. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Well, you
Okay,
did,
well,
sort of. Like when you sealed like the two edges.
I did seal them with a fork. Yeah.
But did you put the egg wash between
Well, now
the
just
two?
do it.
No.
Mm.
But it's in like a large dish, so it'll catch whatever is,
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I sealed the two edges, and now I'm sealing it again. So you
Right.
should be fine.
Okay. Here we go. Egg wash time, baby.
Oh, this definitely is starting to not look like dip, but whatever.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Okay, cool. Oh, he needs an arm. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. It's amazing.
Is it terrible or is it cooking out well?
It looks like dick butt, kind of. I'm no artist, let's just say that much. And yeah, we're gonna go over the whole thing with an egg wash.
The top as well?
Yeah, top, and then I usually do the edges as well. This just helps it, like, really kind of come out glossy and beautiful.
Yeah. Should there be like big recesses, like puddles of egg wash?
No, not particularly. I don't think it is the end of the world, but it should be like pretty even layered throughout.
Okay, I think it's okay for now.
Yeah, I have little egg wash lakes as well.
You can just use your brush to like move it around. Okay, I think we're almost ready for the oven.
I believe I'm ready.
I'm gonna do an aerial shot with this, so I can show dick butt to the world.
Okay, let's do that.
That's pretty good.
Oh shit.
That's pretty good.
Well, here's what.
Oh, that looks like out of like American Home Living or something. American Housewives Living.
And then here's mine.
Wow. I think we did okay, boys. Oh.
Okay. Oven time?
Yes. So, if you want, I usually recommend putting this on like a baking sheet. Just in case there's any spillage. There might not be, but just in case, it's going to go on the baking sheet and not all over your oven and make a mess.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, I tasted like some of this filling just on its own. It's amazing.
Sick.
Okay, so we're putting it in the oven?
Yeah.
How long are we going to set it for?
45 minutes. Dick butt takes a long time to cook. Also too, you want to put something like the medium or like middle rack. Great. Dick butt.
Alright, 45 minutes?
Dick butt is in the oven.
Medium rack or you said the medium rack, not the bottom rack?
Yeah, medium rack, middle rack.
Okay. Alright.
Cool. Well, for the listeners, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back after 45 minutes and see how our dick butt pies came out. Alright, you ready for the reveal?
Yes.
I think I could turn on light.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay, here we go.
The only thing that kind of sucks is... What was that?
Look at... Oh, that's the ending alarm.
Oh.
It's letting me know it's time.
Sort of sucks with mine is some of my edge fell off. Now you gotta wait 15 minutes because it's way too hot right now.
Oh.
Okay.
How's this looking for you guys? Looking pretty good?
Pretty interesting.
I got toasty dick butt. I'm gonna take a picture of this for the gram. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Here how we're looking. The crusts are definitely like brown inside, but it's also bubbling a little bit.
That's fine.
There's my time.
Yeah.
That's looking.
Yeah, I have a little bit of liquid on my pan. So
yeah, I do too. That's why I'm glad I used the baking sheet because I have a little bit of drippage.
I got no drippage, but
But your walls were so high. That was like, yeah, Ethan doesn't have to worry about drippage.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so we're letting that sit for just a few minutes, right?
15-ish minutes, yeah.
Oh.
I just noticed my an apron here.
Nice.
Okay.
I love baking.
You know, my girlfriend that I'm making a pie, and she's like, "All right, sweet, I'm gonna make some ramen."
Wait, what?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to try some tourtiere.
I don't know, man. She's like, I just need the ramen.
Ramen is pretty good.
She just left me the broth.
Savage.
I mean, it's good broth, like it's a spicy broth.
I'm also gonna send a picture in our Discord.
Yeah, I'm taking a picture.
Should put that on the official Twitter.
This is what you get as a Patreon: dick butt pie.
Yeah, actually, you should put that on the Twitter.
I should.
Spicy broth. I wonder, like, how you can mess with this formula, like meat pie. Like, I wonder how many things you can.
What? Oh, like what kind of toppings you can put in or filling?
Yeah, like it's a meat pie in its form, but could you make it like a barbecue meat pie or something different? I don't know.
You could. I know, like tourtiere, like the spices remain relatively the same, but what people do is like change up some of the meats. I've done like pulled pork, like tourtieres before. That's pretty good.
Mm.
Bacon
my syrup
is fun, everyone. I'm posting this to our Twitter.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not the greatest dick butt, but it does okay.
is right?
Yeah. I think people know it's dick butt. Wonder if we'll wait like Lee's, your hood looks really good.
Yeah, it's got like the whole.
You got brownage. You got a little bit of leakage, but that's okay. It's kind of an inevitable.
I lightly tapped the top of mine. I could tell it's flaky.
Yeah, mine kind of overflowed a little bit, but that's okay.
It's still edible.
I hope so.
I hope it's edible. Yeah.
I figure give it like another 8 minutes.
Why is it raw?
I wonder if I should have baked it with the top on.
No. Because then you wouldn't have gotten the brownage. It would have just been moist and gross.
I should have put it. Maybe I should have put it on the top rack so that I could have gotten that maybe a little more brown. I don't know. You recommended the middle one.
Yeah. What I've done sometimes is like, I'll put it on the
I went with the top rack because I didn't hear the middle rack part.
Oh.
Mm.
I usually, sometimes if I'm really like, want to be fancy about it, I'll put it on the lower rack for a little bit, and then like in the last like 10-15 minutes I'll put it on the top rack and get it really nice and brown. But middle rack works well.
Yeah.
That's what they call me in high school, middle rack.
Middle rack? Oh, there goes middle rack. I guess I'm
I recommend serving this like spatula.
I have a pie thing.
You got like a pie dispenser, that's the best.
So this is what I'm using. I got my little pie.
Okay.
My pie spatula. I also have a knife as well, so I can cut it.
Oh, fuck.
Are you eating it already?
Sorry, I tasted some of the pie dough that fell off.
Ah.
Let's see. You know what? I say we could probably try cutting it. It's probably cooled off.
Okay. Alright, let's get to it.
Okay. Reveal. Oh, you took the other one.
This is gonna be my lunch, and I'm so happy. I need a
There we
serving
go.
plate. And you could serve this with a salad. We talked about the cranberry sauce. That goes well with this. Sky's the limit, my friends.
Oh man, this is falling apart.
Yeah, I hope it's not too soupy in there.
There we go. Look at that. Yeah, mine's a little soupy, but that's okay. You know.
Yeah, we could have let it cool a little more, but we're recording and we're kind of impatient. That's okay. I know I am. That's how mine turned out.
Okay, wish me luck, fellas.
This is what we got. Oh, I guess I need a fork.
And what I find too is I'll put this in the fridge and let it cool, and then I'll sometimes even eat it cold. It's one of those weird dishes that's probably better cold than it is hot.
Huh.
What's the verdict, Lee?
It's interesting. It's not bad.
Definitely not as firm later. But let's try. Real hot.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna eat this colder for lunch. But the next time.
Here we look. How we look.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go.
This is. I've been waiting a week for this, and it definitely was worth it. Kind of weird when you think
Yes, it's decent.
this. When you think of the spices together, it's like, how does that work? But it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not overpowering.
I think that's all I have on is like the spice mixes on them. Like my spice taste, yeah, it turned out pretty well.
Sorry, what about the
All my
spices?
meat is cooked. What's that?
What did you say about the spices?
I think I went maybe a little heavy-handed on the spice, but everything else cooked back in the day.
Yeah, those turned out well. Well, viewers / listeners, let us know how your tourtiere turns out.
What do you do?
And if you make this
Yeah,
for
share a picture.
Christmas, let us know. Oh, this
I
is
think it needs a salt pump.
yeah. You can even you put ketchup on this. I've seen some people do it. Not my thing, but power to you.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, something like that.
That theory right now.
Like for Christmas, you make this. Oh, people are gonna be like sucking up to you.
Got myself a dollar. Let's try that out.
Okay.
I mean, I assume it's just going to be, a tomato concentrate flavor. So, I mean, hell. Good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I guess I'm
Ain't
gonna
wrong.
stop this recording while I just eat away at Tourtiere.
Oh, we gotta do our sign off.
What's our sign off again?
I don't know.
Catchphrase.
Words.com. Movies. Trivia. No, not really trivia. But
And now food.
yeah, now food. Yeah.
Discover.
You know what you should do?
Yeah.
Make this before you watch Wonder Woman 84. Actually, I guess this will be out
Well,
after it's out.
Yeah, it'll be out for like months.
The social media part of it.
Twitter. Facebook. It's so good. Instagram. Yep. Check it out.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just talk about movies, we cook food too. Alright, signing off.
Until next recipe.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, check out 3angrynerds.com. You have it already, I'm sure.